Right. So Ria, you tell me you're kind of lost, right? Right, Ria? Ria, talk to me.
Yes, sorry.
All right. So Ria, first things first, let me show you how to actually sketch it on the graph, right?
Okay.
So were you there in the classes where we sketched inequalities? Because that was some classes ago. It wasn't like I didn't just do this in one session. I did this in multiple sessions. Do you remember finding the x-intercept, the y-intercept on connecting the 2 points or not?
Yeah, I think I remember now.
All right. Well,
Yeah, I do.
let me jump straight into it, right? So we have these three inequalities here. Okay, cool. I'm gonna copy them. I'm just gonna put it on this page, right? And I also have this one. Right. So, Ria, I'd like you to give this question a read for me.
On the grid below, plot the four lines associated with the inequalities in A and B. Shade the label, shade and label the region that satisfies all four inequalities R.
Okay, guys. So after reading that, how much of you all are feeling cooked? It does sound a little confusing. Be honest with my guys. Talk to me. Okay. I'm not hearing anybody, so apparently we not cooked. All right, so Ria.
Actually, not cook, so.
Okay, Nikolai. Okay, good, good. Right? Okay, so Ria, which one do you want to plot first? Talk to me. You want to plot one, two, three, or four? Which one you want to plot first? Which one can I be easiest?
Um, one.
One, I wouldn't say one is the easiest, but let's
Oh,
jump
the
straight into it, right?
easiest. Okay.
But let me start off with one, right? Okay,
Okay.
so guys, in CSEC maths, when you're doing linear programming, it'll only be lines, right? So I want you to understand that when you draw the graph, all of these are going to be lines. They might be horizontal lines, they might be vertical lines, or they might be diagonal lines, but all of them will be lines, right? So talk to me, guys. If you want to draw a line, how much points you need to draw a line? Remind me. To draw a line, how much points you need? Talk to me,
Two
guys.
points.
2 points. All right. So the first thing we are going to do is we're going to try to draw the graph of x plus y is more than or equal to 8. But if you recall, guys, your first step is to put it equal, to remove the inequality and put it equal, right? So we're gonna say x plus y is equal to 8. We'll when we shade the region, that'll determine if it's more than or less than. But for now, forget about the inequality sign. Right? And this is the inequality sign. Forget about it. So we have x plus y is equal to 8. Okay. So guys, remind me, what were the 2 points I said we should find for? That really, really easy to work with. What were the 2 points that are very easy to work with? Talk to me, guys. Had 2 points.
The x and y intercept.
Yes, the x and the y-intercept. Right? So Ria, let's start off with the x-intercept, right? Ria, at the x-intercept, what do we know?
Y is always zero.
Yeah, y is always 0 because you are on the x-axis itself. Right? So, and this is the same procedure you're gonna spam for all, right? Right? So x-intercept, y is equal to 0. So Ria, anywhere that I see y over here, what am I going to write instead?
Um, Zero.
Right? Because y is 0 for the x-intercept. So I'm gonna write x plus what? Instead of
X,
writing y.
x plus zero equals to 8.
Ah, what is x plus 0? Talk to me. What is
Nothing. No, X?
x, right? I
Yeah.
hear some talk in the background there. That's okay,
Yeah,
that's okay.
my cousin in my house.
I hope she learning maths, eh? Hope they learning maths. Right?
No, going to study, she barely. Anyway.
Oh, don't worry, me too. I feeling hungry. My bad
Yeah.
gyro after this class. Right. So x is equal to 8. So Ria, just
Mm-hmm.
remind me, what does the x-intercept mean?
Um, we line meets the x-axis?
Yes, yes, yes. Hey, big up, Ria. Guys, that is very correct. So, guys, I think all of us could agree that this is what a line would look like, right? That's a straight line. Now, a line will cut, by the way, this is the x-axis, and by the way, this is the y-axis. A line will cut the x-axis, you call this the x-intercept, and it will cut the y-axis, you call this the y-intercept. So what Ria is saying is correct. The x-intercept is where your line is cutting the x-axis, and the y-intercept is where the line cutting the what? Remind me, guys. The y-intercept is where the line cutting the what?
Y-axis.
Yes, Avinash, the y-axis, right? So, in other words, my line is going to cut the x-axis at what value? According to what we find here, guys. Where is my graph going to cut the x-axis at? Tell Maria. Where's my
8.
line? 8. So, on my x-axis, I'm going to go on my x-axis and I'm going to put a little dot by 8. That easy, right? Come on, if you follow so long. You're following
Yep.
so far?
Yep.
Okay. And Ria, if you wanted to write this as a coordinate, how would you write that as a coordinate?
Um, x8, y0.
Right.
X,
So you say x first. So
8, 8,
right?
comma, 0. Sorry.
Right, okay. Right? Okay. Now talk to me. Other than the x-intercept, what is the next point we would find for?
The y-intercept.
Right. Somebody other than Ria, tell me. What if you cut any y-axis, right? What is the x value? What is the x value? Talk to me.
0.
Yes, Akira, the x value is equal to 0. So guys, anywhere that I see x, what am I going to write instead?
0.
That is it. That is it, right? So we're going to write 0 plus y is equal to 8. Is anybody confused? Talk to me.
No, sir.
No?
No, sir.
Just because some of them saying it, they're not confused, that don't mean you understand, eh? And if you don't understand, don't feel shame. Talk to me. It's a learning environment. Vanessa, you understand that at the y-intercept, x is 0. So anywhere you see x, replace that with 0. Vanessa, based on that silence, I take that as a no.
Yes.
Talk to me. Okay, so Vanessa, what is 0 plus y?
So, you're in full and like real low here, so I had to put on the headset, but I don't think you're hearing the truly headset, just you.
Okay, I hear you now. I hear you now. I hear you now. Right? So what is 0 plus y?
I had to unplug the headset and I'm hearing you.
Oh my.
I also having that same problem.
Oh my. Wow, wow, wow. That rain boy. That's insane. Which area are you all from? Which area is that?
Francisco.
Oh,
Alright, cool.
okay, okay. It sounds like South getting some rain. Hmm. Ah, right. Okay, so guys, what is 0 plus y? What is 0 plus y? I have a question, guys. What is 0 plus 5?
5.
Okay, so what would 0 plus y be?
Why?
Yeah, it's the same concept. You're adding nothing to y, so it's just y. All right, so y is equal to 8. So, in other words, guys, where is my line gonna cut my y axis at? Where is my line gonna cut my y axis at? So remember, y-intercept means it's the point where the line passes the y-axis. So according to our calculation here, where is our line gonna cut through our y-axis? Where, guys?
At 8.
Yes, at y is equal to 8, right? So on my y-axis, I'm going to go and I'm going to put a little point by 8, right? And talk to my guys. If I wanted to write this as a point, how would I write that as a point? So remember, x first, then y. At the y-intercept, what is the x value?
8.
Sienna, I believe you told me 0,8.
Yes.
Yep, that's correct, right? Nice. So Sienna, I now have 2 points. If I wanted, and I could connect them to draw a line.
Yeah.
Yep, I could do that. And what is the equation for the line that I just drew?
0, 8.
No, that's not an equation. That's a point, right? The equation would be x plus y is equal to 8. Isn't that the equation we used to come up with the points?
Yes, sir.
Right. So that's the equation. So x plus y is equal to 8. Okay. Is there anybody that does not understand how to find the 2 points for a line? Talk to me. Tell me. If you're not sure, now is the time to tell me. And I'm scared to say the name wrong, eh? Nia. Oh God.
Yes,
That's the correct way to say it.
yes.
Okay. I was gonna say Naya, right? Nia. Um, let me know if this real confusing here. Be honest.
Um, no,
Okay.
understand it. I think I just need more practice, but I'm going good so far.
All right. So talk to me, right? If you want to draw a line, how much points you think you need to draw a line?
2.
2, right? And we're saying the easiest ones to find is the x-intercept. The x-intercept is where the line cuts in the x-axis. So we call it x-intercept. And the y-intercept is where it cuts in the y-axis. So we call it the y-intercept. And at the y-intercept, the x value is 0 because you're on the y-axis. And on the x-intercept, the y value is 0 because you're on the x-axis. You don't have to do anything with the y value. So let me know if you understand how we got these 2 points.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And once you have 2 points, and you just have to connect them to make a line.
Yes.
All right. That's it. That's it. Again, if anything confusing you, just talk to me, right? Don't feel shame.
Okay.
Don't feel any type of way. Right? Amira, let me know how you're feeling with regards to this. You good?
Yes.
All right, Vanessa, talk to me. Is there something that you don't understand here at all? I see on me bad in here. The rain. Okay. Um, let's continue, right? So Ria, we just now drew the line, right? But we did not represent the inequality. Ria, by looking at the question, what was the inequality?
8.
Nah, that wasn't the inequality. That's a value, Tama. So this is the inequality.
Oh,
So x plus y needs to be what?
more than 8.
More than or
More
equal
than
to.
equal. More than or equal.
Right. So
Right.
let me explain something to you, right? You see this line over here?
Yeah.
Any point that you take from this line is going to give you 8 itself. And if you don't believe me, I could show you, right? I waited to read off that point for me over there. This is just the concept, guys. What's that point over there?
1, 7.
1,7, right? So x is 1 and y is 7, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So if I plug it into this equation, let's see what's gonna happen. So x is 1 and y is 7. What is 1 plus 7?
8.
Is 8 equal to 8?
Yes.
Yeah. So any point that is directly on the line,
Yes, I see in it.
you're seeing it, right? Like, look at this
Yeah, I
one.
see in it.
Where's 5 and 3?
5 and 3. I see 4 and 4.
Exactly. You see it. You're seeing it, right? You're seeing it. That's
Yeah.
good. So any point on the line itself is going to give you an equation, an equal. It's going to give you an equal, right? Because it's going to be 8. So Ria, and if you take a point that is not on the line, and it wouldn't be equal to 8.
No.
No, it wouldn't be equal to 8, right? So here what I'm saying, guys. On the line itself, it's equal to 8. But if it's not on the line, it's either going to be more than 8 or less than 8. So on to the next thing, Ria. Can you see that this line cuts the graph, it divides the graph into two different regions?
Yeah.
One of the regions is going to be more than, and one of the regions is going to be less than. So to test this, you're going to take a point from one of the regions. So which region do you think is going to be more than? Region 1 or region 2?
Region 2.
I think so, right? But just to verify this, I want you to select a point from region 2. So select a point anywhere in this region.
Nine, 10. I don't know if I read that right.
That's what you meant?
Yeah.
Okay, and we'll call this a test point, right? It's a test point. Now, guys, according to the inequality, when we add x and y, we're supposed to get something that is, if it's correct, when we add x and y, what are we supposed to get? Talk to me. Talk to me.
Less than or equal to 8.
Less than, more than or equal to 8.
Oh, my bad, sir.
Yeah, this is more than or equal to 8, right? Yeah. Nia, I'm gonna if you're there.
Yes.
All right. So Nia, did you understand why I said that if you take any points on this line, you're actually going to get 8, so it'll be equal to 8.
Yes.
So I was saying if you go outside of the line, like you're not on the line, you wouldn't be equal to 8. For you to be equal to 8, you need to be on the line itself. So what I said was this line is dividing the graph into two regions, region 1 and region 2 on either side now. So we need to figure out where it is going to be more than or equal to 8. That's what we're trying to figure out. So to do this, you select a test point in one of the regions. So Maria decided to pick a point in this region, and she picked 9, 10. So if that is the case, right, could somebody tell me what x is and what y is?
X is 9 and Y is 10.
Right. And if we are correct, when we add x and y, it is supposed to be what than 8?
More than or equal to.
Exactly, right? Exactly. So let's check our test point now. All right, so x is equal to 9 and y is equal to 10. I believe that was it. Right, so Ria, when we test this test point and I plug it into this, let's see what's going to happen, right? So I'm going to write x plus y. I'm just going to put on 8 for now, right? I'm going to leave out the sign in the middle. We don't know what the sign in the middle is going to be just yet, right? Ria, we know that x is 9 and we know that y is 10. And we know it's 8 on the right-hand side. Right. Ria, what is 9 plus 10?
19.
Okay, 19 is what than 8?
More than.
Right, 19 is more than 8. Right? And just to be familiar with the sign, our sign was more than or equal to. I'm just going to put an equal to here. Right? And now I'm going to fill in the blanks. Talk to me. Did that satisfy the inequality? Were we supposed to get something more than or equal to 8?
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk to me, guys. Nia, would you say that 19 is less than 8 or 19 is more than 8?
More than.
Right. And our in our inequality, right, we wanted to get something that is what?
More than 8. Or equal
Exactly.
to.
Exactly. So when we selected this test point over here, the x and the y value, the sum, right, it gave us something more than 8. Oh, Avinash, I see you draw on the screen there.
Yeah, my bad, sir. Man, click the pencil thing.
Oh, that's okay.
Sorry.
Right. So talk to me, guys. Did that test point satisfy the inequality? Talk to me, guys. Do you think this test point satisfy the inequality where we're supposed to get something that is more than 8?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, talk to me, guys. Are you all seeing that the sum is more than 8? What was the sum? What's the sum between 9 and 10? Amira, what's the sum between 9 and 10? Amira? It's not a tricky question. I'm not asking you any tricky questions. Eh? I'm not trying to fool you. If you add 9 and 10, what would you get?
19.
Right. And is 19 more than or equal to 8?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so if that is the case, it satisfies the inequality. That means I have to shade this side. So any point on this side of the graph is going to be more than or equal to 8. That's how it is go. So we're gonna shade this side then. We're all gonna throw shade today in this class. Real shade. Okay. Need a no. Give me a second. I'm trying to make this thing look neat. That should work. Is there anybody? And if you're confused, I feel like I saying, don't feel shame, eh? There's a place for learning. Right? I judge nobody. Is there anybody here that does not understand why I'm shading this side? And if you do understand, unmute and tell me vibes or something, so I will know that you're okay.
Vibes.
Don't know, right? Okay. What about the rest of you guys? I'm hearing real quiet. Like the place is real quiet, boy.
Alright, sir.
Like God, boy, I'm gonna need some rain on my side. How quiet the place is, boy. Wait. All right. Vanessa, do you understand why I shaded over there? Or nah? Talk to me, Vanessa. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. You hear me?
Yes. All right. Nia, did I do anything that was confusing?
No.
No? All right. Me call somebody else, right? Akira, right there?
Yes, sir.
Akira, let's apply the same concept to sketch the inequality for 2x plus 3y is less than or equal to 30. We already know that this is going to be a what? A curve, a line. What's that going to be?
That'll be a line.
Right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to consider it as if it was an equation. So forget about the inequality sign. We are going to write 2x plus 3y is what?
Is equal to 30.
Right, is equal to 30. Wait, take a second. Yeah. Now we need to sketch the graph for that. So what are the 2 points we're going to use?
The x and y.
Right, the x-intercept and the
And y.
y-intercept.
Yeah.
And the x-intercept is where the graph does what?
Y is equal to 0.
Right, and is where the line cuts the what?
The x-axis.
Great. So tell me, what would I write in the next line since y is 0?
2x plus 3 open brackets 0 close brackets is equal to 50.
Right? What is 3 by 0?
0.
What is 2x plus 0?
2x.
Yeah. If you add something to 0, will the value of whatever you're adding change?
No.
Nah, it wouldn't. It looks complicated, but it's a real easy concept. If you add 0 to something, the value isn't going to change because you're adding nothing to it. Right? So you remember 2x, and 2x is equal to 30. If 2x is 30, what would 1x be?
1x to be half of 50. I don't know.
Half of 30? Yes. So to
Right,
find
so
for 1x, you would divide both sides by 2 because you want to find for
15.
1x. So 2 into 2 is 1x, right? So 1x would just be 15. You understand that?
Yeah.
So in other words, my graph is going to cut my x-axis at what value?
15.
Right. So I'm going to go on my graph, and on the x-axis, where I see 15, I'm going to put a little dot. We okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. And if you wanted to write that as a coordinate or a point or ordered pair, how would you write that?
15, comma 0.
Right, because your x value first, then your y value. Great. Okay, I need somebody else to help me find the other point. Right, so Vanessa, what is the other point and how would I find for it?
Say that.
Right, so Vanessa, we found for one point. I want you to help me find the other point and tell me what's the name of the other point. So, Vanessa, we typically find for the x-intercept and the what? Where is the
Y.
other? Yeah, the y-intercept, because our line would cut the x-axis and the y-axis. So we have the y-intercept now. At the y-intercept, what do we know, Vanessa?
X is 0.
So tell me what I should write in the next line. Right, so Vanessa, we know that x is 0, right? We know that. So, or how would I proceed?
Wait, so the rain's still falling. Say that.
Yeah, let's talk a little loud.
Say
Yeah.
that back. The rain falling still.
Okay, I want you to tell me what I should write in the next line. The next line.
2 bracket 0 plus 3y is equal to 30.
Right, what is 2 by 0?
0.
Right, what is 0 plus 3y?
3y.
Right? How would I find for 1y?
Divide both sides by 3.
Right, divide both sides by 3. Okay, so 1y or y is equal to what?
10.
So where's my line gonna cut my y-axis at?
10. Well,
Right.
0 is 10.
Right, and the point would look like 0, 10. And that means my line cutting my y-axis at 10, right? Okay, so I have 2 points. So if I want to draw a line, how am I going to do that? Talk to me. Vanessa, if I have 2 points and I want to draw a line, what do I have to do?
Connect the dot that goes from 10 to 15.
Right? You have to connect it. Is there anybody that don't understand this at all? At all, at all, at all? If you don't, tell me. It's fine. Now is the chance. Now is your chance. Akira, is there anything here that you don't understand at all?
No, sir.
Avinash, is there anything here that you don't understand at all?
No, sir.
No? Serena, you okay?
Yes, sir.
Amira, how are you feeling with this? Is everything clear?
Yes, sir.
All right. Sienna, you okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. We are not finished though. We are not finished. Vanessa, we drew the line, right? But we did not shade the proper side. We still have to shade the side. So, Vanessa, we want to figure out where 2x plus 3y is what than 30.
So she left.
Say that again?
She left.
Oh, she left. All right. Well, Nia, let me do it together, all right? So we already draw the line. We're trying to figure out where 2x plus 3y is what? What does this symbol represent? What do you think?
Less than equal to.
Right, less than or equal to 30. So to figure this out, I want you to realize that the line is going to cut the graph into 2 different regions. Region 1 and region 2. Which region do you think is going to give you less than 30? Take a guess. 1 or 2?
1.
Yes, I would say 1. By the way, I'm not sure if you've seen a pattern, eh? Nikolai, I'm not sure if you've seen a pattern, but anytime it's more than, you typically shade above. Anytime it's less than, you typically shade below. You see that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that is That's what I used to do in secondary school. I never used to test points and thing. I just used to do that. But there's some instances where that doesn't always apply. So that's why surely the test point, right? That's the safest thing to do. So Nia, for you to verify this, you need to pick a point in this region that is Telma. So pick a point anywhere in this region. Pick a point.
5 and 7.
5 and 7. Okay, 5 and 7 would be over there. Would it be in the region that you described to me?
Oops. No,
Nah.
so
Wouldn't be in that region. So you had to pick a point anywhere in this region. Anywhere. So just to give you a little idea about points, so think of the x value as horizontal movement and the y value as vertical movement. So when you told me 5, 7, I moved 5 spaces to my right and then 7 spaces up. But that was above the line. But we wanted a point below the line. So tell me another point.
okay. 4, and so it will go in between the 2 blue lines, or
Forget about this line over here. Right now we are dealing with
okay.
2x plus 3y is 30. Yeah.
Okay,
This
so
any points over here.
4 and 6.
Right. Let me see if that'll work. So you tell them 4, so I'll move 4 spaces to the right, and then I'll move 6 spaces up. Is that below the green line?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Right? Great. And this is how we're gonna be. This is gonna be our test point. Test point. Right. Okay, so Nia, if this is our test point, right? What is our x value and what is our y value?
X value would be 4 and the Y would be 6.
Right? And I want to see if that gives us something that is less than or equal to 30. So I'm going to write this back and I'm going to leave out the sign in the middle, right? Because I'm testing it. So I'm going to write 2x plus 3y, right? And I'm just going to write 30. I'm going to leave out the sign for now. What is x?
X was 4.
X was 4, right? What was y?
6.
And we're trying to see if it is less than or equal to 30, right? We'll see. What is 2 by 4? 8, right? Right? 8. And what is 3 by 6?
18.
18. So what is 8 plus 18?
26.
Right. 26 is actually what than 30?
Less.
Right. And just because we have equal to in our inequality, I'm going to put that over here as well. So I'm going to put 26 is less than or equal to 30. And I'll add that to all the other lines. So talk to me. Did that test point in that region give us the inequality that we wanted?
Yes.
It did, right? Because we got something that was less than or equal to 30. So, since it worked out, I'm going to shade this region, which is the region below the line. Talk to me. Let me know if you're confused.
No, I'm good.
All right. Amira, let me know if you're okay with everything so far.
Yes, sir.
All right, Nikolai, I know you'll do this several times, but you're okay with everything so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. All right, so before I move on, right, talk to my guys. If you notice, I'm just okay. If you notice, isn't there a region where the shading is overlapping? I'm wondering if all is seeing that. All is seeing that? Like a place where the green and the blue overlapping? I'm gonna follow seeing that. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. And that region is over here, right? As we keep shading, it's going the amount of overlaps is going to increase. So I want you to keep a close eye on this. Okay, so I think everybody is all right so far. Now we just have two more to sketch. Right? Two more to sketch. Who wants to help me sketch the other one? Two. I promise two is very easy. Do I have any volunteers? Any volunteers? Nikolai? No, no. Nikolai, I already feeling you're excited, so you're ready to unmute.
Yeah, I didn't mind enough, but
I know, but this is for the Form 4s.
yes, sir.
Yeah. Right. Do I have any volunteers to help me sketch y is less than or equal to x? I promise I'll it real simple. I wouldn't give all this something not like I do. Do I have any volunteers? I'll leave my hanging, boy. Wait. Anybody at all? Had 9 people here.
Seven.
Anybody? Okay, good. Thank you, Amira. Thank you. So, first thing we're gonna do, right? We're going to forget about the inequality and we're just gonna put an equal sign. Before I move on, let me just put on the equation for the green line, right? Amira, what was the equation for the green line? So that was this over here. What was the equation for that?
Mm.
So when I say equation, I'm talking about equal. So a left-hand side is equal to the right-hand side. In other words, what did I use to come up with these points? What did I plug in y is 0 and x is 0 into to get those points? What was the equation I used?
Uh, 15 and
Nah. Those are values.
uh
I used 2x plus 3y is equal to 30.
uh
That is what I actually plugged in y is equal to 0 into and x is equal to 0 into to get the points. So that's the equation, right? And we call it an equation because they are equal. The left-hand side is equal to the right-hand side. Equation equal. So, and the equation is what you're using to come up with the points. So I'm just label that quickly. So 2x plus 3y, right, is equal to 30. What actually makes it an inequality is when you shade a side. That's what makes it an inequality. But the line itself does not represent an inequality. The line itself is an equation. I can't stress that enough. Right? Okay. So Amira, onto y is less than or equal to x. So Amira, the first step is to write the equation for that. What would the equation for that look like?
y is equal to x.
Right, real simple. Y is equal to x. Now, Amira, if we say in y is equal to x, and that literally mean whatever y is, x ought to be that same thing?
Yes, sir.
Right. So I'm going to draw the line for it, and I want you to tell me if you're confused, right? Tell me. So this is the line for that, wait. Does that confuse you?
So I just want to know why I go in that direction instead of the other way, like the rest of them.
Okay, no problem. No problem. So the equation is going to govern how the line is going to look, right? This was our equation. Y is equal to x. Now, for that equation, y has to be equal to what?
X.
Right. So I'll wait to read off this point from her. Read off that point from her.
1 is equal to 1.
Right? 1 comma 1, right? So x is what? Where's x equal to?
1.
Where's y equal to?
1.
So both of them equal to the same thing, yeah?
Okay.
So I could say y is equal to x because the y value is equal to the x value, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Now let me see if this holding true for the rest, right? Okay, read off that point from her.
4, comma 4.
Right. So x is equal to what?
4,
And y is equal to?
4.
So both of them equal to each other. I could say y is equal to x. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Any point on this line is going to follow the relationship that y is equal to x. Any point you pick, watch. Over here is 1, comma 1. Over here is 2, comma 2. Over here is 6, comma 6. Over here is 9, comma 9, right? Over here is 11, comma 11. So long story short, Amira, what relationship I could make of from this? I could say that the y value is what?
Always equal to x.
Exactly. Another way I could write this, sometimes you would write it like x is equal to y. It means the same thing. So I'll probably understand that. Again, the shape of the graph comes from the equation. So in this equation, the y value is literally equal to the x value. That's literally it. Amira, in this equation, right? If you took any values from the line, 2x plus 3y would give you 30. And if you don't believe me, let me show you fast, right? If you take this point fast, that point is 3, comma 8, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Watch this. And this is the equation, right? So 2, comma, so 2 by 3, because x is 3, plus 3 by y is 8. Where's 2 by 3?
6.
Where's 3 by 8?
24.
Where's 6 plus 24?
38.
Right. And it was equal. You see what I'm talking about? So like
Yes.
what I'm saying is the line depends on the equation. The equation, all of the points follow the equation. All of the points must follow the relationship for the equation. And that's why the graph looking different, because they have a different equation. Right? Y is equal to x. So does everybody understand that for the line y is equal to x, you're drawing a line, like a diagonal line? If you understand what I'm saying, right? Imagine that this is a square. You're literally just drawing a diagonal line. And the reason for that is because y is equal to x. Nia, if you take any points on this line, the y value will be equal to the what value?
The y value.
Wait, Nia, I want you to read off a point from on this line. Read off a point. Let's just say this point.
7
Comma.
and 7.
Right. So the x value is 7 and the y value is?
7.
So y is equal to x. Aren't both of them equal? Aren't both of them equal to 7?
Yes.
And any point you take on this graph, and you see any same relationship?
Yes.
Look at our point over there. Isn't the x value and the y value the same? So then we could say y is equal to x.
Yes.
Right. So do you understand why I drew this line for y is equal to x?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Okay. Amira, you genuinely understand or not?
Yes, sir, I understand.
Okay. Okay. All right. So the next thing we need to do, right, Amira, to make this an inequality, can I leave the line or do I need to shade aside?
You need to shade aside.
Right. That would define the inequality. Before I move on, though, let me just put on the equation for that line. That line is, I didn't draw it perfectly. My bad. It isn't letting me fix it. Oof. Good notes are again given trouble, eh? Don't know what to do with good notes. What? Okay. Okay, for good notes, you know. Uh, alright. Okay. I'm gonna draw the line a little better before we move on. Yeah. It looks like it's just a copy of the graph. That's fine. So that would be y is equal to x. Y is equal to x. All right. So, Amira, we want to shade where the y value is what? The y value has to be what?
Equal to x.
Mm-hmm. So the line divides the graph into this region and this region, right? Which region do you think it would be less than? 1 or 2?
Um, 1.
1. All right. Let me see, right? Let me see. So I want you to pick a point that is in region 1. Pick a point in that region.
Yeah.
Pick a point.
Um, well, 10, 9.
10, 9. Okay. So if you tell me 10, 9, right? This is what I interpret. So 10, comma 9. So 10 is the x value and 9 is the y value. So when you tell me 10, 9, I'm thinking, okay, I should move 10 spaces on the x-axis and then 9 spaces on the y-axis. Is that in this region?
No.
Nah,
So I talking about from the top
the
by
top.
the x by the y-axis, I mean.
So when you tell me a point, you had to tell me the x value first and the y value. You had to be sure about it. So tell me our next point. That would definitely fall in this region.
Okay. For the y value,
Now you had to tell me the x value first, then the y value. That's how the pointers work. So x value first, then the y value.
so answer don't need to be the same or it needs to be the same?
It don't need to be the same. You just need to tell me a point that is in this region. Any point in this region. So
5.
I'll give you an example, right? This point would be in this region, right? Because if this is the region I'm talking about everything over here, right? So you could pick a point anywhere over there. So an example is 1, 3, right? 1, comma 3. So
Okay.
so the x value is 1 because I move one space on my x-axis, right? So x is 1. And then I move 3 spaces up on my y-axis. So that's why I said 1, comma 3.
2,
So
6.
2, 6. So I'm moving 2 spaces on my x-axis and then 6 spaces up. That's what it's on, huh?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now let's see if that's true. Right, so this is our test point. Okay. So what is x and what is y? Talk to my
Y
boy.
is 2 and x is 6.
Right, so x is 2 and y is 6. Let's put it into that format, right? So I'm going to leave out the sign for now, Amira. I'm going to leave out the sign and then I'll figure out what sign I should put. So I need to put y first. So y is 6 and then I'm going to put x. X is 2. What sign should I put in the middle here? 6 is what than 2?
More than very close.
Right. Did we want y to be more than or equal to x?
No, sir.
Now, we wanted y to be less than or equal to x. But over here, from this point, if you notice, the y value is more than the x value. So I probably shouldn't pick this point. So this is wrong. So wrong region. So shade other side. So guys, did you all understand that this point is going to give you, it's going to actually give you y is more than or equal to x? Do we want that? Talk to my guys. Do we want that?
No, sir.
Nah, we don't want that, right? So Amira, if a point from this region is wrong, am I going to shade this region?
No, sir.
Nah, I had to shade the other region, right? So I'm going to shade the other region. How that turn task? Over, boy. Nah, boy, good knows how to learn this shape. I'm gonna go back to school, boy. Hey, boy. Is there anybody that don't understand at all as to why I shaded that region? Talk to me. Avinash, talk to me. Are you confused as to why I shaded over here?
Nah, sir.
All right. Let me do a roll call quickly. Vanessa, talk to me. Let me know if you understand this or no.
Yes, sir.
Right. So if you understand it, Vanessa, tell me, why did this test point not work? Why didn't I shade over here?
Um,
Let me see if you actually understand it. Because when you say yes, I take it now you actually understand it. So I let's see. So Vanessa, what was the equation for this line?
y is equal to x.
Right. And we wanted to shade the side that would make it less than or equal to x, right? Yeah?
Mhm.
So if you pick this point over here, what is x and y is y?
X is 2 and y is 6.
Right. And over here, we want y to be what?
X.
No, look at the inequality.
Wait. Less than or equal to x.
Right. Over here, y is 6, and over here, x is 2. Is it right for me to say that 6 is less than or equal to 2?
No.
No. That actually telling us that the y value is less than or equal to the x value. But we were saying, this will be wrong, right? You can't say 6 is less than 2. You understand? You can't say that. What this actually represents is 6 is more than or equal to 2. But do we want y is more than or equal to x?
No.
No. Right? So, Vanessa, I want you to pick a point on this side for me, and I want you to justify why this region is correct. So, pick a point for me in this region, anywhere over here. Pick a point.
9, 4.
9, 4. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Bet. So, if you pick 9, 4, what is the x value and what is the y value?
9 is x and y is 4.
In that instance, explain to me, how could I use that to prove that I'm getting y is less than or equal to x? Tell me, Vanessa, how could I use that to prove that this inequality is being satisfied? See, mute yourself. Think.
Well, 4 is literally less than 9 too, so
That is it. You know, that is it, Vanessa. That is it, you know. I'm telling you, maths don't have to be hard. That's literally it. That's literally it. And that's your proof right there. Right? Guys, all you understand what Vanessa's saying, right? If you pick a point on this side, she picked 9, 4. Guys, look at this. Talk to me. What you notice about 9 and 4? You notice that 4 is what? Do like this cliffhanging thing, you know? Avinash, talk to me. I see you on mute.
4 is less than 9.
Yes. So you could say y is less than x. So that is why this region is correct. Excellent. We get through it. We get through. Vanessa, you feel like you fully understand anything?
yeah.
That's good. That's good. Right? So let's shade our last inequality now. So Akira, I didn't hear from you in a long time. So I'm going to let you finish off easily. It's a easy W. It's real easy. Right? You have it in the bag again. So
The rainfall and a little out, so I hope that that's bothering.
that's fine. That's fine. Let the rain fall. Right? So we want to figure out where x is less than or equal to 9. The first thing we're gonna do, Akira, is write the what?
Yeah. Well, first we had to find. X is equal to 9. Sorry.
Right. And now this one real simple, eh? You don't have to find no x-intercept, no y-intercept. It's real simple.
Yeah.
So if I want to draw a line that x is equal to 9, then the line needs to pass through what value for x?
9.
So this real straightforward, eh? Yeah, and not, and I hope it's not confusing.
No, I'm not confusing.
This is literally it. If you're confused, talk to me. Is there anybody that doesn't understand why this line represents x is equal to 9? Ria, are you confused about that line I just drew in pink?
No.
No? Okay. I feel like that pink kind of hard to see, so let me just switch up. Okay. What color I should use, guys? Give me a color. Give me a color. What should I use?
Purple.
Purple? I bet. I'll leave that red there. Purple? Okay. Hopefully, see that linear programming really not that hard. It really not that hard. It's not that deep. It looks scary, but it isn't scary. Right, and what would the equation for this line be? Talk to my guys. What would the equation for that line be? Akira, what was the equation for that line? That line is passing through what?
9.
So I would say that what is equal to 9.
X is equal to 9.
That's it. X is equal to 9. And I want to figure out where x is what?
Is less than or equal to 9.
Right. So Akira, if I shade over here, right? Would x be less than 9? So over here, x is 9, right? If I shade in that direction, would it be less than 9?
Yeah.
Okay. Vanessa, if I shade in this region, so Vanessa, this is 9, right? If I shade in this region, is that gonna give us x values less than 9 or more than 9?
More than 9.
Right, because you're seeing it, right? And you're seeing that 9, 10, 11, 12. You see what I'm talking about, right? So
Yeah.
this one is kind of straightforward. Is we're gonna shade over here. And why are we doing that? We're doing that because if we shade over there, it's gonna give us values that are less than 9. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hope you all understand. So after I draw this, I want you all to try to find the region in common. See if you could annotate on the screen and find the region in common. So when I say region in common, all that means is a place where all of the shaded regions are overlapping. See if you could do that. Right, so see if you guys could annotate. Are you all seeing a region where all of these shaded regions are overlapping? So I'm talking about the purple, the red, the green, the blue.
Yes. How would I? So
Okay, but the blue kind of hard to see, I'm not gonna lie. The blue kind of hard to see. Let me just put back the blue so you can see it better. So remind me, guys, for the blue, where was the correct place to shade? Was it region 1 or was it region 2 for the blue? The x plus y is equal to 8. But we had to show it was more than or equal to 8. Where was the correct place to shade? For this
2.
one. 2, right? We had to shade region 2. So I'm just going to draw that back so y'all can make it out a bit better. Because like right now, yeah, I'm not cutting it. Gonna have to see. Oh God, good notes. Come on now, man. Wait, boy. I don't know what's wrong with good notes. Anybody here that's used good notes as well?
Google Docs, you say, sir?
Nah, good notes.
Oh, good notes. No.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So I just use it on my iPad.
You have the new iPad OS?
Yes, sir.
Or the I hate this one of the liquid glass. I don't like that at all.
So I really like it, and I find it looks so aesthetic.
To each their own, eh? To each their own. Everybody has different tastes. I can't fault you for that. For me, it just doesn't do it. It just and they even do it on the MacBook, and I can't stand it. I really
So the only thing I don't like is like how it automatically make my apps bigger. I don't know if it's my iPad alone, but all my apps just huge.
it should have an option to resize them. You should. Yeah.
I can't really hear you properly. Sound well, so yeah.
Wait, give me a second. Okay, yeah. Talk to my guys. Are you all seeing our region in common?
Yes, sir.
Where you all seeing the region in common? Talk to my guys. If any of you guys can, please annotate where you are seeing the region where everything is overlapping. Yeah, if any of you guys could annotate, see if you could show me where, or at least call out the points for the common region.
So it'll be 8-2. 3-1 is what?
8-2. 8-2 will be over
Yeah.
here. Nah.
Are they?
Nah.
Ah, shit.
I'll help all out, right? I notice that this is one of the vertices for the common region. That's 4,4. So the shaded region will always form a shape. Might be a quadrilateral, it might be a five-sided shape. Talk to me. Are you all seeing any other
So
vertices?
9-4.
9-4. Yeah. Okay, where else? Okay, Amira, see a shading over here?
Yes, so going down like right here.
Okay, but let me explain something. Right? Over here, right? Over here, you're seeing purple, right? You're seeing purple there, yeah? You're seeing
Yes.
purple. And the red, you're seeing red too. Are you seeing any green?
Oh no, sir.
Nah, the green is over here. So is this a place where all the colors are?
No, sir.
Nah. So I cast shade over here, right? Um, you can't shade over here either. I'm just seeing purple. I'm seeing blue, right? That wouldn't work. Over here, what color is you seeing over here? Well, that can work for sure because you're missing what color? What color are we missing for sure? Talk to me, guys. What color am I
Red.
missing? For sure. Red, right? I'm missing red. Okay, over here definitely can't work, right? Because I just have red. Over here can't work because I don't have purple. Neither could anywhere over here. So this is the region in common. Have you seen it?
So
Yeah. So could somebody call out the other vertices for me? The other vertex. So I wrote two of the vertices. Tell me the rest. So 4,4, 9.
6,6.
6,6, yes, that is in fact one. Okay, what about
8,0.
right? That would be 8,0. And then we have over here, what would that be?
9,0.
Great. Is anybody confused by this? Yes or no? Talk to me, guys. Are we really confused by this, or do you all understand this? Okay, let me do our roll call. So, Sienna, are you okay with this?
Yes, sir.
All right, Amira, you okay with this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I take in all the word for it, right? Nia, let me know if you understand this.
Um, I think so. Maybe just a little bit.
Tell me, where did I lose you? Or like, what part did you get? Talk to me.
The 80 and 9.
All right. You don't understand why I label it that coordinate. You understand the others
Yeah.
though? Like 4, 4, 6, 6, 9, 4.
Yes.
All right. So I want you to think of X as moving horizontally. So when I say horizontal, I mean left and right, left or right, right? And Y is vertical. When I say the word vertical, that means what?
Down, up and down.
Right. So if we wanted to reach this point over here, and you're starting from the origin, talk to me. How would you reach that point? This point over here. How would you reach there?
You have to move in a straight.
You were saying something. Talk to me.
Or you'd have to move in a straight line.
In what direction?
You'd have to go, well, you have to start from 0 and go to 8.
Right. And what direction is that?
And it's left to right.
Right. And you're on the x-axis itself. Right? We want to reach over here. So if you already reach where you want to reach, right? Are you then going to move up or down? Or are you going to stay there?
You're going to stay there.
So what is our y value? Did we move up or down?
No.
So our y value would be what then? Since we didn't move up or down.
0.
Right. We moved 8 on the x-axis, so the x value was 8. But we stayed there. We did not move up or down. So our y value remained 0. Because you stayed there. You didn't move up or down. Same thing with the 9, 0. You just moved 9 to the right, and you didn't move up or down. So your y movement is 0. You didn't move on the y-axis. And when you're writing a point, you need to say the x value first, and then the y value. You understand?
Yes.
So again, we move 8 spaces to the right. That was on the x-axis, and then you move 0 spaces up or down. So y is 0. Great. So guys, take a screenshot of this. I'm trusting you all with the great responsibility to copy this down after class, because if you had to copy it down now, that gonna take real long. Real long. So like, I trust in you. Vanessa, I trust in you. I trust in you. Real trust in you, Vanessa.
Don't worry, I'll do it.
Okay. Right. Akira, you're fully okay with this question,
Yes, sir.
right? So let's read back the question to make sure we understand everything. On the grid below, plot the 4 lines. And by the way, talk to my guys. Would a line be an inequality or would a line be an equation? If you draw a line, would a line represent an equation or an inequality? A line. Somebody tell me.
Equation.
Yes, guys. For any of the lines, did you see me put less than or equal to or more than or equal to or less than or unless you do that? Ale, why we so quiet for, boy? Hey, what going on? What going on? Guys, talk to me. When I was labeling those lines, Ale see me put less than, more than, equal, or Ale just see me put equal to.
Just say upper
You
equal
just put
to.
equal.
Right, because a line is an equation, right? That's where you come up with the line. You shade to indicate the inequality. That's how you represent the inequality by shading, right? That's all it was going through real shade today. We're literally doing that. So on the grid below, plot the 4 lines. We did that with the inequalities, right? To plot the inequalities, we shaded. Shade and label the region that satisfies all 4 inequalities. So when they say shade the region that satisfies all 4, you're going to shade the region where all of the colors are overlapping. So to fully answer this question, I'm just going to shade over here. I need to know, are any of you all extremely confused. Anybody confused? Okay. And guys, what am I going to call this region? According to the question, what am I going to call that region?
R.
Yeah, I'm going to call this region R. Great. Let's move on now. Take a screenshot fast. Take a screenshot, please. Quick. Just to the side. Yeah, take a screenshot of this, please. Yeah, should have it there. Take a screenshot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right. Let's move on. Right, so somebody give part D a read for me. This is the continuation of the question. Somebody give it a read for me.
Determine the two combinations for the minimum number of cars and minivans that can be used to carry exactly 60 people on a tour.
Ah, so here this, anytime I see the word, anytime I see a word like minimum, right? Let me just list it out. Anytime you see a word like minimum, right? Or maximum, or most, or least, it has something to do with the vertices of the common region. And if you're confused, a vertex is the region where two lines meet. So like for this shape, these were the vertices, right? It has to do with that. It has to do with that, right? So anytime you see the words like minimum, maximum, most, least, please recall whatever the vertices were, right? So Akira, before I even proceed, let me just write to the side what my vertices were. And Akira, just to make sure you actually understand this, let me explain, right? Let me explain something, right, Akira? And over here is where all of the shaded regions overlapped.
Yes, sir.
Right. You see this point over here? That's like an extreme case where all of them overlap. Because if you go a little more to the left, a little more to the right, if you do anything, it wouldn't be satisfied. So this is an extreme case where everything was satisfied. Over here was another extreme case. You move a little more to the left, move a little more to the right, and it wouldn't satisfy all of them. Right? All of these were extreme cases. If you understand what I mean. It was like on the edge.
Yes, sir.
Right. And if you want to figure out most or least or minimum or maximum, you have to consider the worst case or the best case. You understand? So you're considering like the cases on the edge. So 6,6, right? 9,4, 4,4, right? 8, 0, and 9,0. And in the prior part, right? What did we use to represent cars? Was cars X or was cars Y?
X.
Right.
So X.
So cars is X, right? Cars is X. Just please keep that in mind. I have a very short-term memory, so I might forget that. Right? Okay, so cars is X. Cars is X. Was it? Yeah, some real trust issues, guys. And Y was minivans. So if we're looking at this point over here, how much cars or minivans would that be? Talk to me. How much cars or minivans that would be?
Six cars and six minivans.
Great. Or what is example?
9 cars and 4 minivans, then
Okay.
4 cars, 4 minivans.
Right. I think we get the idea there. Nice. And we wanted to figure out the two combinations, right? That could be used to carry exactly 60 people. So in the prior part, we came up with a inequality for that, right? it was 4x plus 6y is less than or equal to 60, and we actually simplified that. But we're going to make a slight change to that in this question. Now, in this question, it says to carry what? To carry what? To carry what? To carry what? Somebody tell me.
Exactly.
Right. So, guys, if you see a word like exactly, does that mean less than 60 people, more than 60 people, or equal to 60 people? What do you think?
Well,
Yeah, that's what exactly means, right? Exactly means equal. And if you're confused about this, right? In the previous question, it was stated that one car could carry 4 people. So if you had X number of cars, then 4 by X would tell you the total amount of people it could carry. How much people do you think one minivan could carry? Take a guess. How much people do you think one? Yeah, 6, right? So if I had 2 minivans and I could carry 12 people,
Yes, sir.
right, so I hope all you understand why I'm saying 4x plus 6y is equal to 60. Again, because one car could hold 4 people and one minivan could hold 6 people. So depending on the number I have, it's going to scale up. It's going to multiply. So let's run through the possible answers quickly. So let's test the first one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I test any first one, right? So 6, 6. Anywhere I see X, I write 6. Anywhere I see Y, I write 6. And I'm supposed to get 60, yeah? I'm supposed to get 60. Where's 4 by 6?
I know.
Right? Where's 6 plus 6?
36.
Where's 24 plus 36?
See?
60? All right, so this might be a possible answer because it's given us exactly 60. Let's check out combination 2. 4 by what? Somebody tell me fast. 4 by what?
9,
Plus?
6, 5,
Where's 4 by 9?
36,
6 by 4.
20,
Where's the answer?
60.
Right? I found my 2 answers. If you don't believe me, let's try out something else, right? I'm gonna try out something else. Let me try option 3, which is 4, 4, right? I should write 4 by what?
4,
Mm-hmm. Plus 6 by?
4,
4 by 4 is 16. 6 by 4 is 24. When you add 16 and 24, does it work out to exactly 60 people? Talk to me, guys. What is 16 plus 24? Is it exactly 60?
says that.
Yeah, that'll be less than 60. Guys, Nia, I want you to add 16 and 24. Tell me, is that exactly 60 people? 16 plus 24.
No,
Nah.
that 60.
Right? So this would not satisfy the condition here, and nor will any of the other ones. If I use 80, 90, it's not gonna work. So Nia, do you understand why I selected option 1 and option 2?
Yes.
So let's try to write our answer now. Determine the 2 combinations. So the 2 combinations were number 1, 6 cars on, and how much minivans? Tell me, Nia. In the first combination, 6 cars on. So this is the first condition. It was 6 cars on.
6.
Right? 6 cars on, 6 minivans. Right? And looking at the combination 2. What was that? What was that combination?
It was 9 cars and 4 minivans.
Right. Yeah, let me know if I understand this.
Yes,
Yeah. Okay. Again, I don't like the silent treatment, They're gonna make me feel sad, boy. Hey, I gonna lose the energy, All you had to give me that energy. I had to feed off that energy. But I'm not getting that. All you give me some vibes now, boy. I don't like how this place dry so. Like the rain cutting it. More rain had to fall. Place real dry. Yeah. After my speech, I'm still quiet, boy. Nah, boy. Hey,
Sir,
somebody.
but the rain falling by me and I still answering, so.
That's good. That's big up yourself, Akira. Big up yourself. Right? Hey, boy. Everybody else just quiet. That's sad. Right. So yeah, anytime I see the word minimum, maximum, and thing, right? That means you're looking at the vertices of the common region. Great. Take a screenshot of this quickly. Okay, I'm gonna move on, all right? All right, read part two for me. Somebody, read part two for me.
The company charges $75 to rent a car and $90 to rent a minivan. Showed that the minimum rental cost for this store is $990.
Right. So, Ria, in the last question, what did we figure out? In part one, what did we figure out?
Um, huh?
What did we figure out in part one?
How much the minimum amount of cars and minivans used to carry exactly 60 people.
Right. So the minimum number, right? And in part two, look at what they're asking us. So I believe you could figure out this question without my help. I believe so. See if you could do it. So Ria, you have any suggestions? Any ideas? Ria, I see you muted. Tell me, you have any
Yes.
suggestions?
Multiply $75 by the amount of cars
Mm-hmm.
that we're using, and then $90 by the amount of minivans,
Exactly.
and
And
then
how
add
much
it together.
and how much combinations we have to test?
2.
Exactly. Right? Let's test combination one. So it's gonna be 6 by what? How much does it cost to rent one car?
$75.
Right? How much it costs to rent one minivan?
$90.
What is 6 by 75?
450.
And 6 by 90 is 540. When you add up that way again. Five plus 4 is 9. 5 plus 4 is 9. You get to 990. So did we
Yeah.
just prove it?
Yep.
Right? Yeah. So this is the proof, right? This is the proof. Mm-hmm. So these kind of questions, I don't understand why they just put a line, right? Because this working is the proof. Right. So, right. So I guess you could say using 6 cars and 6 minivans, the minimum rental cost is obtained. Guys, if I use the second combination, do you think I'm going to get less than 990 or more than 990? What do you all think? Avinash, if I use the second combination, do you think I'm going to get less than 990 or more than 990?
I think you're gonna get more, sir.
I think so, right? Because they already told us that the minimum rental cost is 990. So then this has to be the best option. But I know trust is uses something that's run deep. So let's try to see what will happen if I use the second condition. So that'll be 9 cars How much does one car cost, Avinash, to rent? How much does one car cost?
75.
Mm-hmm. How much does, and then we have four minivans, right? So four by how much? What does it cost for one minivan?
90.
So 9 by 75. What's 9 by 75?
Uh, that is 675. I think.
Let me just verify that, right? So 9 by 7 is 63. 9 by 5 is 25. Wait there. No, I said 9 by 5 is 45. Yeah, that's correct. 675. Mm-hmm. What's 4 by 90?
360.
When you add up 675 and 360, what is that gonna give you?
$1,035.
Yeah, is that more money you had to spend or less money you had to spend?
More money.
Exactly. Do you all understand this linear programming question? All of the others follow the same blueprint. Let me know if you're okay with linear programming.
Yes, sir.
I want to hear, and Akira, what is this about? And
Yes,
Akira,
sir.
Akira is not even like a,
Yes,
you
sir.
can be an OG student, but Akira, you kind of new. All the my OG students, what's I let my dog there, you know. See, Anna, you gotta give me gas. I don't know if you understand this.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Ria, come now, give me some gas.
Yes, sir, I understand.
You gotta be like a gas station here, you know. Give me real gas, boy. Hey, Nikolai, you understand everything 100%, right? Like,
Yes, sir.
Nikolai on mute, and I hear a Gil voice instead of Nikolai voice. I hear that too. I, I see anyone I hear that?
No,
Oh,
sir.
I hear it too.
I heard it
what?
too.
Nikolai, what happened there, boy?
Yes,
Eh,
sir. Now reach back from the washroom, sir.
Okay, Nikolai, what happened just now, right? I ask if you understand it. I see a unmute and a green line pop up, and I give you the answer.
Oh, that's probably my sister.
Oh, I want to know if you turned to a kill.
Nah, sir.
Oh, I was like, what?
Sir,
All
I
right.
would never wish that on anybody, and including myself.
Oh, all right. That song kind of okay. Is it that you're going into controversial territory? But like, are you saying that you would never want to be a woman?
Yeah,
Oh,
God. Well, God made me as a man. I wouldn't want to change that, sir.
all right. So nothing against women, right?
Nah, nothing against that, sir.
Okay, good.
Sir, that was a song where if I was, sir.
But I tell you, I was so confused just now, my guy.
Nah, nah.
But but yeah, like women, they handle some things that boy I could never handle myself. Big up all you women out there. Yeah. I feel like women generally more responsible than men. Like, hey boy. See anything my mom
Sir,
had
sir,
true?
I
Yeah.
kind of would want to object this, sir.
You would want to object that?
No, sir. I would say we kind of in the league of that now, sir, because who created the light, sir? Who created the light bulb?
Mm, I hear what you're saying, but back in those days, right? How much women actually had the chance to practice science and whatnot? They'd be called a witch or something, and like, they would be like, what I'm saying, back in those days, they were very sexist. Yeah.
You
Like,
have a point there.
like Marie Curie, right? She was one of the pioneers behind radioactivity. Um, when it was her time to get the Nobel Prize, they actually wanted to credit her husband as opposed to her, but she was the one that came up with it. It was her husband that actually said that she did it. Yeah. So like, mm, probably had many success stories we just never hear about because of patriarchy. Yeah.
Oh, okay, but
But I hear what you're saying, right? I hear what you're saying. A lot of you see, science is like a male dominated field, but I feel like women also contributed towards that. Yeah. But
Yes,
here you
sir.
say.
Clock it.
What you say?
Then clock it.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Thank you. Be like a woman's right activist. But I just believe in equality, you know. Like I feel like a lot of it would have had a lot of known women um scientists if the system wasn't rigged and it wasn't like, men used to get most of the spotlight. I feel like if it was equal in the scientific community, a lot of women would have had the same honor. Yeah. Right, but let me continue. I went into controversial territory there. Don't want to talk about anything controversial. Right? But yeah, I suppose we take a screenshot by now. So I'm going to move on to another question.
I didn't take a screenshot, sir.
All right. Take a screenshot there.
My apologies, I didn't know.
Hmm.
Yes, sir.
All right, wood. Let me give you all a not so hard question. Not so hard. Oh no, I had to leave this because I have to value one of my first students ever. Big up Elizabeth Cummins. I want to take a picture of this on Peter status. When she see it, she'll be like, oh, big up Elizabeth one time. Let me just take a picture of this. I can't erase this. I'll just copy and paste it. One of my first students. Like my star pupil. My first batch of students. She was a good. Hmm. So I'll just, instead of that, I'll just, 1 second. I'll just copy it and erase it there. You know what? I'll just find the question. This is July 2021. I bet. Past papers. No, I've seen. That was May, June. Nikolai, when I do in the 48-hour marathon, I feel like I'll start doing GCSE past papers too. Because it's the same material, you know. It's the exact same material. GCSE. So yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because like we kind of run out of CSEC papers to do, if I'm being honest.
All them like, sir.
Yeah, well, every time I open up a past paper, it's like, oh, we do this already. Oof. You know? Alright. So,
Okay, but when you planning to do that, sir?
um, during the summer vacation, because right now UE stressing me out. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Right, so I want somebody to give this a read for me. And we had to do this question with speed. Do I have any brave volunteers? Hmm. Any brave volunteers? Okay. Any courageous volunteers? I
So I
promise.
read it. So
Akira, you say you a volunteer?
yeah.
I like your spirit. I like your spirit. You had to get one in maths for sure. Right?
Yeah.
Right? So give us a read for me.
Mala buys two types of mobile phones, B Flow and C Flex, for a company to retail. One B Flow mobile phone costs $60 while one C Flex costs $80. She buys X number of B Flow phones and Y number of C Flex phones. A. Mala must not spend more than $1,200. Rise and inequality to represent this information.
All right, wood. So let's try to understand the question, right? Yes, this is a knockoff of B Mobile and Digicel, right? Because B Mobile, Digicel, yeah. But anyways, um, she buying two types, B Flow and C Flex. How much does the B Flow cost?
$60.
Right. Right now it's scrappy because we low on time, right? A B Flow cost 60. How about the C Flex?
$80.
What are we using to represent the number of B flow phones?
X.
Right? So if you buy two B flow phones and they will be 60 by 2,
Yeah.
if you buy X B flow phones and they'll be 60 by X,
Yeah.
what are we using to represent the number of C flex phones?
Y.
Y, right? So 80Y. Is anybody confused by this? Talk to me. It can't just be Akira, that's the only one here. Right? Sienna, Avinash, Ria, Serena, Amira, Vanessa, Nia, Marie, Sumara. Say your full name. Yeah. Ale, tell me. Ale confused
Yes,
about the
sir, we
60. Ale okay with this or nah?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine.
So Avinash, if I go on buy two B flow phones, how much would that cost? Two B flow phones. How are you gonna do that?
What?
Say that again?
You'll get just by 2 before. So it should be like 120.
It should be 120, so you took the 60 and multiply by 2, right?
Uh-huh.
If I tell you by 3 and you go say 60 by 3,
Yes, sir.
say if you buy X, maybe 60 by X.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good. Sound like you understand it. That's good. Right? So Amira, I say Amira, boy. Akira, I changed the name and thing, boy. Yeah, sorry about that. Mala must not spend more than 1,200. So if she must not spend more than 1,200, what inequality sign should I use there? She cannot spend more than 1,200. What inequality sign does that look like? More than, less than,
More
than?
Less
than.
than or equal to.
Akira, is saying more than?
No, sir, less than. I don't know why I mixed up myself there.
Alright, think about it. If I tell you you can't spend more than 1,200 in the store, you only had 1,200 to work with, right? So, Akira, if I tell you, okay, look, here, take 1,200. You can't spend more than that because that's all the money you have. Would I say that is less than or less than or equal to?
Less than or equal to.
Right, because I give you the 1,200, right? You could spend up to 1,200. You just can't spend more than that. It's a less than or equal to. Right, and inequality to represent is information. So we already know that if she buys X B flows, it's gonna be 60X, and maybe she might buy some C Flex phones. So if she buys Y C Flex phones, it's gonna be 80Y, and that cost must not be more than 1,200. So it needs to be less than or equal to 1,200. Is there anybody confused by this? Akira, you confused by this?
No, sir.
No? Okay. Now, with these types of question, they typically want it in the simplest form. I can tell you that this is not the simplest form. We could potentially divide throughout by a common factor. So what is the greatest common factor between 60, 80, and 1,200? What could go into 60, 80, and 1,200?
10.
10? Yeah. I could divide throughout by 10. If I divide throughout by 10, what's 60 divided by 10?
6.
Right? 80 divided by 10.
8.
And 1,200 divided by 10 is 120. Could we simplify that further? I think we could. Talk to my guys. What could go into both 6, 8, and 120?
2.
And so we could divide throughout by 2. 6 into 2, well, 2 into 6 is 3.
3.
Because 2 could go into 6 3 times. Right? 2 into 8 is 4. And 2 into 120 is 60. Right? So we should have divided by 20 from the start, but this is fine. As the answer, as the simplest answer. Are we okay with that?
Yes, sir.
Great. So do you all understand that this and this represent the same thing? I just simplified it. I just reduced it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Part 2, the number of B-flow phones, right? So B-flow, again, when we're talking about the number of B-flow, what are we using for that, X or Y? Number of B-flow.
X.
Right, so the number of B-flow is X, right? must be greater than or equal to. What sign should I use here?
More than or equal to.
Right, more than or equal to the number of C-flex phones. What are we going to use to represent the number of C-flex phones?
Y.
Y, right? Write down an inequality in X and Y to show this information. So how would I write that? Talk to me. How would I write that? Okay.
X is more than or equal to Y.
Yeah, that's it. X is more than or equal to Y. We already translated it over here. Are you all okay with that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, word. I hope all you seen that this maths thing really not that hard. It's manageable. Right? Okay. So there we go, right? So in this one, read out from a fast. Somebody, get a read from a fast. Akira.
Represent the two inequalities on page 22 on the grid shown below, label as R the region which satisfy both inequalities.
I bet. So this one real simple because we just had two, right? We just had two. This one much more simpler than the last one, where CXC was mean, so that's how we to do 4. You know why they would think to give us 4? CXC evil. So guys, your first step is to write the inequality as an equation, right? So what would this look like if it was an equation?
3x plus 4y is equal to 60.
Great. We need to sketch the line, right? So you need how much points?
2.
Right? So wait, which one I want to find for the x-intercept or the y-intercept first?
You could do the x-intercept first.
At the x-intercept, what we know?
Y0.
What's right in the next line?
You're right. You're right about 3x plus 4 open bracket 0 equals 60.
Right? What next?
3x is equal to 0.
No.
I mean 60, sorry.
Right? You want to find for 1x, so we got to do on both sides.
Divided.
So x is equal to?
20.
So my line is cutting my x-axis at where?
20.
Right? So I'm going to go and I'm going to put a dot by 20 one time we are sticking. Right? You don't need to, like, they didn't give you any space to really show the working, so all you do how to go on for points and all kind of thing, right? All you do how to go on for points and all kind of thing, right? So as soon as you find if you find it for the x-intercept, when you find the x value, guys, it's real simple. You're gonna just power pointer by that x value one time. That's your x value. As the x value for the x-intercept, right? Your graph is gonna cut the x-axis at that value. Right, let's move on to the y-intercept now. What do we know about the y-intercept?
X is 0.
X is 0. So tell me what to write in the next line.
3 open bracket 0 plus 4y equals 60.
Right? A 3 by 0 is 0.
4y, yeah, 4y is equal to 60.
Right.
And then you divide.
So you want to find for 1y, yeah? So why did divide by 4y to get 1y? What could go into, what would cancel off for the 4?
4.
4, right?
Right.
So y should be 15. Check that for me.
Yes,
Yeah?
sir.
So I'm going to go on my y-axis one time and put a dot by 15. So now I have 2 points. What am I going to do next?
Put your line.
Yeah, I just had to connect these 2 points, right?
Okay.
Nice. I'm not finished yet, eh? Why just did I draw the line? And the line is an inequality or equation? Remind me, guys. In the line.
Equation.
Is an equation, right? What's the equation for that line I just draw?
3x plus 4y is equal to 60.
Great. Let's draw the other line now. Oh, I see, I see. We shade the correct side, right? So, Akira, we want to figure out where it is what? Where 3x plus 4y is what?
Is more than or equal to 60.
Nah.
I mean less than or equal to 60.
Right? Less than or equal to 60. Okay, so do you think I should shade region 1 or region 2? So I'll give all that a hint, right? I'll give all that a hint. Anytime you see less than, you're typically going to shade below the line. If you see more than, you shade above the line. But just to be safe, you could pick a test point, plug it in, and see if it's giving you the inequality you want. So Akira, since this is less than, we're gonna shade the bottom, right? And we're gonna test that. So Akira, I want you to pick a point in this region from a pick a point anywhere over there.
10 comma 5.
10, 5, yeah, that would work. Right, so x would be equal to 10, and y would be equal to 5. Let me know if you're okay with that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So let me check out that, right? For test point. So for the test point, we know that x is 10 and y is 5. Right, so I'm going to plug it in over here, right? And I'm going to leave out the sign. So I'm going to write 3 by 10 plus 4 by y, which is 5. I'm going to leave out the sign now, and I'm going to write 60. Akira, what would this work out to? 3 by 10 plus 4 by 5.
60
Plus,
20 plus 20,
which is?
50.
All right, now we could fill in the sign, right? Would you say that 50 is less than 60 or 50 is more than 60?
Less than.
Right? Okay,
So
so
that would be wrong.
that would be wrong. No,
Oh,
this is correct.
sorry, Sue.
No, it's fine, it's fine. It's fine, that would be correct, right? Because we wanted to figure out where 3x plus 4y, which is 50, would be what?
Less than or equal to 60.
Correct. So we picked the test point 10, 5, right? X is 10, y is 5. So wherever we saw x, we plugged in 10. Wherever we see y, we plugged in 5. You work that out, and you got 50. And 50 was less than or equal to the 60. So in other words, 3x plus 4y is less than or equal to 60 on that side. Are you okay? Talk to me.
Yes, sir.
Right, so I'm going to shade this region over here. Right, so after today, we are officially done with linear programming. Next thing I'm going to move on to is functions. How much of you guys did functions already in school? Talk to me, guys. How much of you all did functions already? Nobody did
Probably
functions.
touched on it.
Me, sir.
Yes, sir. We touched on it. We didn't go in there.
Okay, noted. We'll try to finish it. I feel like, honestly, if I didn't have a class right after this, I feel like I'd go over and we'd have finished the entire like Nikolai, I'd do it like how we do the sessions on TikTok. We go like stay until we finish our topic, and then we go move on. But like
Yes, sir.
I would do that. But like it's kind of back to back. Oof. Sometimes I just feel like Huey holding my back, eh? I just feel like that sometimes. Because like I could be doing this full time, but Huey, when I get an engineering degree, I'm not even gonna use it. I just gonna teach. So like I'm making all I feel like university is pointless. I feel like the whole reason I gain that degree is just to say I have a degree, you know. But I feel like if you have a skill and you're really good at the skill, it kind of unnecessary. The only reason you're gonna get it because like to say you have a degree for credibility sakes. But yeah, the world is interesting. Anyways, let's move on, right? So the other one is x is more than or equal to y. So Akira, x is more than or equal to y. Remember how that line would look like?
Yes, sir.
So I would say x is equal to y.
Yeah.
So, and when I draw this line, for all points in the line, the x value needs to be equal to the what value?
The y.
All right. So I'm gonna draw a diagonal line, right? That's gonna look out something like this. Wait a. Mm. Okay, if you're confused about how I just drew that line, tell me now. Talk to me, guys. Is there anybody confused as to how I drew that line?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Sir.
Okay. I feel like some of one or they're confused, or they're just feeling a little shy to tell me. Right? Okay. Let me just check something. I had done this question. Okay, I did not get a nice point. Okay. Anyways, I will continue, right? So, if you are confused, right? The line is x is equal to y, which means that the x value needs to be equal to the y value at all points in time. So, Akira, read off this point for me.
5,5.
Okay, read off this point for me.
10, 10.
You notice that trend?
Yes, sir.
You notice that the x value is equal to the
Y value.
right, so that sums up the relationship that x is equal to y. Nice. And we want to figure out where x is.
More than or equal to y.
Right, so remember the hack I tell you, right? More than typically means it's above the line, and less than typically means that it's below the line. So like if it's more than, you think I should region 1 or region 2?
Region 1.
Right. Just to verify that though, pick a test point in that region for me. Pick a test point. Anywhere over here.
5, 15.
Yeah, that would work. Let me test it one time, right? So x is 5 and y is 15, right? 5 is what than 15? Somebody tell me. 5 is what than 15?
Less than.
Right, 5 is less than 15. Okay. Let's see if that's what we wanted. Is that what we wanted? Is that what we wanted? Did we want... So watch this again, right, Akira? When you do it over, when you did it over here, right? X was 5 and y was 15. So, you got 5 is less than 15, right? But we actually want x to be more than or equal to y. We want the x value to be more than or equal to y. So did that region satisfy it?
No, sir.
No. So Nicola, you see what I'm talking about? You see like how that trick doesn't hold all the time?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because if you did do the trick and you didn't test it, that'd be wrong. Yeah. Right? So Akira, will we be shading this region?
No, sir.
Nah, we will not. Right, let's try the other side. We already have a test point, you see, in that 10,5 in that region.
Yes, sir.
Right, so let's see if 10,5 would work. So x is 10 and y is what?
5.
Is 10 more than 5 or is 10 less than 5?
More than. So,
It makes sense to shade this region, right?
yes, sir.
Yeah. So Nikolai, that's why I was abstaining from telling students that trick because I feel like, students, they could just use the trick and they wouldn't actually test it. And when they get it wrong, they'll be like, well, you tell me that.
So I would have tested. Well, I would have just do the trick and done so.
You see? I feel like to use any tricks in maths, you need to understand how the trick does work and where it came from. Because in maths, tricks don't usually hold. It would only hold for some instances and it would fall short for other instances. You have to be very careful. Right.
Yes, sir.
Are you all okay with why I shaded these sides? Yes or no? And I want to hear from like everybody.
Yes.
Nia, you okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, I hear
Yes,
from.
sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, Amira, talk to me. You okay or nah?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, are you all seeing a common region?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I see a common region. What shape is the common region by chance?
A triangle.
Yes, a triangle. All right, this triangle over here. Hope you seen that. Now, before I do anything, I'm gonna see what the next question is asking. Read the last question for me. Somebody get a read for me.
The total number of mobile phones to represent by x plus y, according to the graph on page 23, what is the largest possible value of x plus y?
Right, so Akira, first things first. And for me to pick a value, and this value must satisfy both inequalities, it must satisfy both conditions,
Yes, sir.
because these are the conditions I was stipulated, right? So the first condition, it must not be more than 1200. So 3x plus 4y has to be less than or equal to 60. And the other criteria was x needs to be more than or equal to y. So long story short, Akira, any value you pick, right, it needs to be in the common region. Because if let me just say you pick something over here, right, Akira, it could work. Well, it can work, right? Because it would not satisfy this inequality as well. So one condition might be off. So Akira, I hope you understand that whatever value you pick, it needs to come from this region, right? Where both criteria are met.
Yes, sir.
Now we want to figure out the largest possible value. Largest possible value. Anytime, what did I say? Anytime I see words like largest, maximum, minimum, least, what are you looking at? What are you gonna look at? The what? Look at the last question. It's the same kind of format. Anytime you see words like least, biggest, smallest, largest, maximum, what are you looking out for?
Vertices.
The
The vertices, yes.
vertices.
The vertices, right? So if you look at the common region over here, the vertices are 0, 0, right? Automatically that can work. I'm gonna tell you why that can work. This is a what? What's that? If I read this off, am I going to get a whole number or a fraction? I mean a decimal. Talk to me. This point over here, is it going to give me... Well, let me see. Wait, 5, 6, 7. Wait, 5, 6, 7. Give me a second. 5. Yeah, that's gonna give us a decimal. That's gonna give us a decimal. Right? This will be 5.25. No. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5% is 15. What's 15 divided by 4, guys? 15 divided by 4.
3.75.
Okay. So that would make this 8.75. Okay, and what is 5/4? That should be like what, 1.25?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
6.25. That'll be 7.50. And then this would be 9. Wait, something. That'll be 8.75. Yeah. Okay, yeah, it would work out. But long story short, right? If you read off this point, is it gonna give you a whole number or a decimal for this point? Talk to my guys.
A decimal.
Yeah, a decimal, right? And from the start, we said that x represented what? What did x represent? X represented the. Somebody tell me. What did x represent?
B flow.
Right, x represented b flow, right? So you see this over here? This really is the number of b flow, right? Number of b flow. And you see this over here? Y, this is really the number of c flex. Long story short, this is what I'm getting at. Can you have a decimal or a fraction of a phone?
No.
No. So even though this is a theoretically correct solution, practically it don't make sense, right? Because you can't have a decimal of a phone. The only ones that look like it's working is 0, 0, and what? What is this last point? Wait, let me ask Nia to tell me. Nia, it's similar to the last question you was asking about 8, 0, 9, 0. What would this point be? Nia? Okay. And here, Nia, somebody else. Talk to me. What would this point over here be?
20, 0.
Yep, that would be 20, 0, because you move 20 spaces to the right and you stay there. You did not move up or down. So your y value is 0, right? Okay, so we have 0, 0, and we have 20, 0. Could anybody tell me why I'm not using this point? Nikolai, tell me, why am I not using this point?
The phones cannot have a decimal, sir.
Yeah, you can have a fraction of a phone. So we're looking at 0, 0, and 20, 0. Out of 0, 0, and 20, 0, which one is the obvious answer?
The 20, 0, sir.
Right, because they're asking us for the largest possible value of x plus y. Right? We got 0, 0, and we got 20, 0. If you add 0 and 0 again,
0.
right? If you add 20 and 0, what you getting?
20.
Yeah. Does everybody understand that? So the answer is 20. Um, talk to my guys. Did we understand that or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good, good. Right. I'm happy to hear that we understood that. So before I wrap up, let's just run through how to do a linear programming question systematically. Then I'll leave you guys. Right? Because I have the Form 5 class starting just now. So first things first. With these linear programming questions, they're going to give you a scenario, and you need to interpret what they're saying in English and write an inequality for it, right? So the first thing you have to do is interpret. You need to be able to see the linkage for more than or equal to, less than or equal to, more than and less than, right? When you read words, they might say at least, they might say minimum. You need to be able to interpret that in terms of the inequality signs. The next thing you'd need to do is you would need to sketch the graph or sketch the line. Not really sketch because you're actually drawing the line. Right? So draw the line, right? And then shade. Guys, when we're drawing the line, just remind me, guys, is the line itself the answer, Or is the line just the equation? Shemaima, the line itself. Is the line the answer? Or is it just the
Equation.
equation? The line itself is just the equation. To represent the inequality, you actually have to do what? You actually have to do what?
Shade.
Right. To draw the line, how much points we just use?
2.
Right? And what are the 2 points we typically use?
X and Y.
X and Y intercept. Right? So the x-intercept, at the x-intercept, what do we know?
Y is 0.
Right? At the y-intercept, what do we know?
X is 0.
Great. And you're going to plug that into your what?
Equation.
Right, you're going to plug y is 0 and x is 0 into your equation to figure out the corresponding x value and the corresponding y value. Great. Right? Now you add a shade. How do you know which side to shade?
You find your test points.
Right. Take a test point. Take a test point and plug it in. You're going to plug it into the equation in quotes, right? But you're really going to leave out the equal sign. So take a test point and plug it into the equation, right? Leaving out the equal sign. Because if you guys recall, and the only time it'll be equal is if it's on the line itself. You gotta remember that? Like if the point is on the line itself, then it would be equal. But if you go in to the either side, you're not sure if it equals, so that's why we leave out the equal sign. It's only when you reach the last line, you could tell what sign it is. Right? So take a test point and plug it into the equation, leaving out the equal sign. Right? Check if your final answer satisfies the inequality. If it does, what do you do? Do you shade the other side or do you shade that side?
You shade that side.
Right? Shade that side. If it doesn't, we do.
Check our next test point, and if so, shade the next side.
Yeah, shade the next side. We don't have time for all that. Right? Akira, if you take a test point, right? And it's not working, that means the other side is the answer. So if it's no, just shade the other side. Shade the other side. Yeah? You okay with that?
Yes, sir.
Right? And what they will ask you to do is shade the common region. This is like the next kind of question they could ask. Shade the common region. Guys, when I say common region, I'm looking for the region where what? Where what? What?
Where each point passes through. Shade. Where is shaded.
Where all of the regions are shaded, right?
Yeah.
Right? So overlapping region. Right? And you what I want you to do, right? The next thing, take note of the vertices. And you do this because anytime you see words like maximum, minimum, least, most, you need to do something with the vertices, right? So shade the common region, take note of the vertices, right? And anytime you see the words like most, minimum, least, largest, you use vertices. Use vertices. And that's essentially the formula you should follow to get a linear programming question correct. So you had to interpret it, you had to draw the line, then shade the line, shade the correct side. Then you need to find the common region, take note of the vertices, plug it into the last question where they're asking you most, min, least, largest. And yeah, you get your full marks for your linear programming question. Are we okay with the linear programming questions?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Are they surely all right with this?
Yes, sir.
Right. So that'll be it for class today. I will see the Form 5s shortly. I want to make some food first. So Form 5 people, I might start the class. I might start the class a little later because you know they down a little hungry. So
Yes,
yeah,
sir, no
guys.
problem.
Yeah, guys. I hope the class was good. Right? Nia, had anything today that confused you?
No, it didn't. Everything was good.
Okay, cool. OGs, Olify, everything was good?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If all going through the notes or anything and you see something that confused, then just tell me. Right? I'll see if I could clarify it for you. But yeah, have a good night, guys. Later.
Sir.
Nice, sir.
Nice.
See you
Bye
later.
bye.